We have all felt that familiar tension. You are deep into doing something you enjoy, but in the back of your mind, there is a looming dread of pending work waiting for your attention. 8-year-old Shivam lived by a simple rule: prioritize roaming and playing today, and push every school assignment to tomorrow. To protect his playtime, Shivam developed a reliable evasion strategy. Whenever a deadline approached, he would complain of a terrible stomachache, convincing his mother he was far too ill for school. This routine held steady until his teacher announced a mandatory check of 3 separate subject notebooks: English, Hindi, and math, all due the following morning. With his notebooks completely blank, Shivam leaned on his old trick. He woke up the next day claiming a fresh bout of illness, choosing to skip school entirely rather than confront the work he hadn't started. It seems like a successful escape. But when we choose to outrun our responsibilities, are we actually saving our energy, or are we simply borrowing it at a high interest rate? The evasion stretched on for days. The teacher continued checking notebooks for those in attendance while allowing absent students to bring theirs in the following day. Shivam's friend Ankit provided daily updates on the situation. Each time Shivam heard the deadline had moved, he used the news as a reason to stay home and keep playing. This chart tracks the accumulation of unfinished tasks, a state of energetic debt. Every day Shivam spends playing, the total volume of work he eventually has to complete scales upward, while his remaining time drops toward zero. Shivam felt he was winning. The immediate relief of staying home convinced him that he had found a way to bypass his responsibilities entirely. This is the trap of the avoidance loop. Short-term comfort masks the fact that the window of time is closing, making the eventual collision with the deadline much more violent. On the 6th day, the system collapsed. Shivam's mother realized he was perfectly healthy, noticing that he spent his sick leave playing outside with friends until sunset. She gave him a choice: go to school immediately or face his father. Terrified of the consequences, Shivam finally went to class, though he had nothing to show for his absence. In the classroom, his excuses fell flat. His teacher issued a final warning: return tomorrow with all 3 notebooks completed, or face the consequences. Shivam had to borrow Ankit's notebooks and face the reality of his backlog. He no longer had a week to finish the work. He had a single evening. He spent the entire day and the late hours of the night writing without a break. The energy he thought he had saved by playing was now being extracted all at once through sheer physical and mental strain. When energetic debt finally comes due, it demands a lump sum payment. Delay transforms a manageable set of tasks into a period of acute suffering. Shivam submitted the notebooks the next morning, but the cost was visible. He was drained, his eyes red from lack of sleep. His teacher recognized the signs of a last-minute scramble. She saw that his exhaustion was the direct result of trying to pay off a week of avoided work in one night. She explained that delay provides no escape. As the top timeline shows, postponing work concentrates effort into an unmanageable spike of stress. Consistent daily effort looks different. By breaking work into small, even blocks, you eliminate the possibility of a backlog forming. Shivam realized that his shortcuts were actually making his life harder. He began finishing his assignments the same day they were given, ending his cycle of procrastination. Daily discipline is a practical tool for self-preservation. It insulates your future self from avoidable anxiety and ensures that your time off is actually restful, rather than just a temporary escape from a growing debt.